Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Stop Saying This Word in English. My name is Dave and welcome to Dave's English, and these videos are made because there are a lot of other videos that discourage you from using very common words that we use in English, and then they go ahead and give you words that just we never use in English at all. And in today's video, we're going to talk about another video. We're going to watch another video that says don't use the word hi and a hello. Which, by the way, use hi or hello. It's fine. There's no problem with that at all. But in this video, the alternatives that they provide are just so out of left field and absolutely crazy. Like nobody ever uses them. Let's go ahead and look at the video and just, wow. Again, this one takes the cake. This one's going to be a doozy. Let's go ahead and take a look at it.
You meet someone day in and day out, and the first word that you say out of your mouth is either a hello or hi. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what today's session is about. In today's session, we will understand how to go beyond a hello or a hi and use these 12 classy ways to greet people. What are we waiting for? Let's get started.
So in this, he talks about how these examples are classy, which usually means higher end or more sophisticated, but you'll see during this video that these examples are far from classy and usually quite the opposite. So let's go ahead and keep watching.
And this is our phrase number one. The first phrase that you can use in replacement of hello or hi is ahoy.
Okay, so ahoy is the way that pirates greet each other.
Ahoy from Prague. Believe it or not, that's how you say hello in Czech. Ahoy, like a pirate. Ahoy there.
No one uses ahoy. No one says, ahoy there, matey. Like, no one does that. That is pirate talk. If you go around saying to people, ahoy, as a greeting, people are going to think you're nuts. People are going to think you're kind of on the loony bin side. But this guy has it like his number one.
The next phrase is house tricks. House tricks does not here mean that you're playing around a trick. Here, basically, it means, what are you doing?
So I went ahead and looked up house tricks on Google and like hardly found any results. If you go up to somebody say house tricks, my answer would be, who the hell is Tricks? Okay, I'm sorry, it sounds like the name of, I'm not going to get into it. You can look up what tricks means. To turn a trick, just Google search that and you'll see where I'm going.
The next way, classy way, is hat tip.
Hat tip is an action. It's like, hello. Like, okay, we might use a hat tip like 100 years ago. Like, how you doing, my lady? It's something that you might see in like Gone with the Wind or something, but no one does this nowadays. And we don't say hat tip. It's just an action.
When you wear those long hats and you basically do this, that is called hat tip. For example, hat tip, bro, how are you doing?
No one would say this. No one would say hat tip, bro. I actually like Google searched hat tip as a greeting. I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything online that showed that we verbally use the words hat tip for a greeting. Like there's zero. It's just like he made this up. This is like nothing. Now we can say I tip my hat to you. And that can mean I acknowledge something that you have done. So I could say, I tip my hat to you for doing a great job on this project. We can say that, but we would never use it as a greeting. We would never use it as a replacement for hello.
Let's move to the next list that we have, and that is, what's cooking good looking? Isn't that quite interesting?
Remember, these are supposed to be classy ways to say hello to someone. We've gone from being classy to something that Alice would say to you in a local diner in Salina, Kansas, okay? What's cooking good looking is just nothing that's said normally, and, you know, it's actually considered probably like a very low-class thing that you can say. So no one uses it. You could use it, but just nobody does. And honestly, in today's world of Me Too, you might want to avoid saying something like this. Now, hey, I don't make the rules. The rules are just what they are, whether you agree with that or not. But the point is that, yeah, if you go up to some coworker and say, what's up, good looking, or what's cooking, good looking, chances are you and your company could be slapped with a lawsuit. Just saying that. Just saying, beware who you say that to, because, yeah, it could go south really quick. And again, we just don't say it anymore.
For example, imagine that you're a teacher and let's say you have colleagues who have come on in and you're a very good friend with another teacher or anybody for that matter, your colleague, and you say to the person, what's cooking, good looking?
Do not say this in the workplace. So, like, you can say this to somebody that you're close to, but he's already said, hey, you're going into work and you're... Do not say this in the workplace. No, don't. Big red light. No, don't. Wow.
The next phrase is, alrighty, mate. Alrighty means everything is good with you.
Now, I'll give them this alrighty, mate, just because they might use it in the UK or Australia or New Zealand. I don't know.
It's been a while we've met. Again, it has been a while we met.
Okay, so now we've made a big change. Now we've gone from saying things that are not classy, something nobody says, and just absolute words that are made up, to providing grammatically incorrect ways to greet someone. This is a present perfect greeting. It's been a while since we met. Where's the preposition? There's no preposition. No one says it's been a while we met. That makes no sense. That's grammatically incorrect. We need that preposition in this one. So again, I don't know where he came up with this. This makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But yet 207,000 people have watched this and 7.7 thousand people have clicked the like button. That means 7.7 thousand people have been tricked into saying grammatically incorrect greetings. This is why I make these videos. This is why I do this, people. I'm trying to help you out here.
The next phrase is, there you are. That means possibly when you've seen the person, instead of saying hello, you're saying, there you are.
So somebody might say there you are is a greeting, but it usually is if they can't find you. Okay, so let's say you're in a big shopping mall or something like that, and you're looking around for somebody, and then you all of a sudden see and go, oh, there you are. We don't just go up to somebody when we know where they are and we just looking straight at them and go, hey, there you are. No, we wouldn't say that. It would seem weird. Don't say this. Just say hi. Just say hi. It's okay. You can say hi. It's not a problem.
There you are, finally. Possibly you were looking for somebody, and instead of saying hello, you're saying, there you are.
Now, the first example he gives, there you are, finally, we can use it to indicate that we have been waiting for somebody for a while, and they go, oh, there you are. But it's not meant in a good way. When somebody says, oh, there you are, you're kind of indicating that you're a little bit disgruntled that they have arrived late. Okay, so it's not a positive thing. Let's put it that way.
We met, and there you are. Possibly when you haven't seen somebody in a long time, you can make use of these phrases and sound smart and classy.
None of these have been classy. Like, what's cooking good looking? The day that is classy is the day that, like, civil society has just gone to absolute shit. Just being honest, that's the truth. Let's keep going.
The next ones that we have in the list are Xiao. It is not Xiao.
So Xiao is just something we don't use in English. It's usually used in mainland Europe and very, very rarely used in English. You probably could use it. I mean, people would know what you're saying, but it's not used. It's not common. You're not going to sound sophisticated, smart, or classy. You're just going to sound like you're trying to be Italian in an English-speaking country. That's all it's going to do. And if you want that, more power to you, but it's not something we say.
Or the next phrase is peekaboo, one of those interesting ones that I really like to use just in those adorable moments.
So we've gone from learn these classy ways to say hello and goodbye to now saying something that we say to a child when we're playing a game with them. This idea of being classy, I mean, it not being classy. That train left the station a long time ago, but now that train has totally gone off its rails, okay? Because this is absolutely bonkers. Like, these are not classy at all. And peekaboo is not a greeting. We don't say peekaboo as far as hello. Okay, we might say it if we're hiding. We go peekaboo. And we do that with a kid. You wouldn't use this as a greeting. I've never heard anyone use this as a greeting. I never even thought of using this as a greeting, because forget that it's not something that just isn't used, but people know about it, like the word indolent. It's just something that no one ever thinks of using because it makes no sense. Wow.
Please repeat after me. Peekaboo. That means hello.
Peekaboo does not need hello. Okay. Let's look this up. Peekaboo meaning. Let's just go with the Oxford Dictionary, okay? A game played with a young child which involves hiding behind something and suddenly reappearing saying peekaboo. Okay, revealing glimpses of the skin or body. I haven't heard that one before, but it doesn't mean hello. It just doesn't mean hello. Where did this guy come up with these things? It's like, oh, use all these to say hello. Like about 90% of them, all right or alrighty mate or whatever that one was, that might be Xiao we could use. I mean, other stuff we might be able to use, but you wouldn't. Where did he get this list from? This list in this video that is here sounds like what somebody thinks English sounds like and then made a video about what they think it sounds like. It's bad. It's really bad.
The next one is Hello Governor. It is Hello Governor. It basically comes from France, and here it means
he's fucking with us, isn't he? He's fucking with us. Wait, go back. He's like, I need to close caption this thing to see if he said what I think he actually said.
It comes from France, and
it's not French. It's not French. Where did he even get that? Like, did he even do one iota of research before making this video? It's not French. It's Cockney. Just fucking Google it. Okay, you have 7 million people that are relying on you to give people correct English, and you don't even know where the English that you're talking about comes from. This is fucked up.
That we have.
All right, so before we get into this, this phrase is Irish, and as far as I know, it is only Irish. I haven't heard it in the UK or any other places, maybe some places like Liverpool, where there's a large Irish population, or maybe other places, Glasgow or something, might use this phrase. But you have the C-R-A-I-C word. Now you pronounce that like crack, C-R-A-C-K, like the word crack. And it's like saying, in this example, what's the news, or what's the gossip, or something like that. Almost like what's going on. But the way you pronounce it is crack.
How to use the word crack? Gaelic.
So let's hear how he pronounces it, because you know it's going to be wrong. You know it. You already know it. Let's go.
The next one is, what's the crake? It is not srace. It is crake.
It's not great. So he says, don't say it this incorrect way. Say it this incorrect way. Again, like literally 2 seconds of Google, and like you would find the correct pronunciation. It would be right. Just do some research. Just a little bit. Just some, please, before you put out a video that 100,000 plus people are going to watch. Just do a little fucking due diligence.
The next one is how hops it. How hops it means, what is
this?
that exciting thing that is going on? Hello, how hops it?
Okay, so how hops it? So he's telling you to use something that was used in the 19th century over, 2 centuries ago. We just got out of the 20th century. And something that people don't even know what it means. I've never even heard of this before. You really can't find much as far as where this is used. Don't use this. Because if like you said, how hops it, I would be like, what the hell are you talking about? That makes no sense. I have no idea what this even means. You don't say that. Like the last time it was used was the 19th century. Okay, there's a reason it's not used anymore. Because it's not the 19th century anymore. So there you go. There's a video telling you a bunch of alternatives on how to say hi or hello. And the alternatives they give you are like some of the worst things that I ever heard. Like, nobody says this. Nobody talks like this. I mean, unlike the other one, like I said, with indolent, where just nobody uses these, that word indolent often, even though that's what it means. In this situation, like the stuff that he's saying, half of the stuff is just stuff that just kind of was made up out of thin air. The other things he didn't understand. He didn't know how to pronounce crack. He thought that Hello Governor was from France. He's telling you to, hit on the people at the office. This is a bad video. This is just a real bad video. And these are the kind of videos that you need to avoid when learning English. And I think when it comes to this, you don't even have to be a person who's a native English speaker to realize that many of these might not necessarily be the best choice as far as how to say hello. But with that being said, say hi, say hello. There's nothing wrong with it. Again, they say, don't use these common words. They're common because they're common. That's what they're here for. And it just makes me mad when I see so many people taken in by these types of videos, because ever since the proliferation of YouTube, you see more and more bad English videos that my students and students of other teachers, they watch these videos, they then replicate what they hear in these videos, and we as teachers have to correct the student because what is being said by that student is wrong. So please be careful when you're looking at this stuff out there. I'm going to look at what else this channel has, because if this video is indicative of anything else that's on here, this is going to be a gold mine for like an absolute shit minefield of English problems. All right. Well, thank you all very much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day wherever it is you are, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.